thought I'd do a video on Billy Joe's performance tonight. Seems like he's been copying Fury in the way he came out and the way he's not really fighting the top contenders since Lemieux. Uh, However, he's not really turning the style on like Fury, because Fury versus Schwartz, Fury knocked him out. Fury versus Wallen, good fight. However, Fury versus Coceres, good fight. However, it seemed like, sorry, Fury I said, Billy Joe Saunders versus Coceres, he was getting dominated, and I had the fight 7-3, 6-4 going into the 11th round, and Billy Joe needed the knockout to win, and in my opinion, he done what he had to do. He knocked him out. That's what makes a true champion. When they're down, they have to knock the person out. And another thing is Billy Joe looked too soft at 168. See the last fight against Shifa Isufu, he didn't look great either. In my opinion, Billy Joe at 160 is one of the best fighters there is. However, at 168, he looks a bit soft. I mean, the guy he was fighting tonight slowed him down with his body shots and made Billy Joe look average for a majority of that fight. And he's been rusty in his last two fights, Billy Joe. He, as I said, 168 doesn't seem to be his ideal weight, unless something else went up. Also, going by that performance, in my opinion, Daniel Jacobs beats him at 168. So does Callum Smith. So does Caleb Plant. However, you don't know, he's been out of the ring for a wee while. Also, I've already drew this comparison to Fury. However, this performance tonight was comparable to his Deontay Wilder versus Fury, where Wilder, if he did have any boxing IQ, would have done what Billy Joe done tonight. Losing majority of the fight, knew when to knock him down. Once he had him hurt, he knew how to set up the punches and get him out of there. If Wilder had any boxing IQ, he would have finished Fury. And however, Fury was too smart, too slick for him. And that's the thing. Wilder may be one of the most devastating punchers of boxing history, but if he had the boxing IQ, he'd be able to finish 100% of his opponents. Right now it's questionable, and a lot of people have him down as the hardest puncher in boxing history. He might be, but he's not the best finisher in my opinion. There's people like Ernie Shavers, and in my opinion, the hardest hitting and the best knockout artist in boxing history is George Foreman, who's had 68 knockouts. That's more than Wilder's even had fights, and that he's knocked out top contenders, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, whereas in comparison Wilder's knocked out Luis Ortiz, Bermain Stavern was a good name, but he's not in the likes of Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, all these greats. Another name you can toss up there, and it's actually quite funny, and if you put Wilder as an all-time great, you got to put Shannon the Cannon as an all-time great. Most first round knockouts there is, and that's why, in my opinion, if Wilder was in the era of Lennox Lewis, Vitali, and Tyson, he wouldn't be undefeated. I mean, Shannon the Cannon was a knockout artist, just as Wilder, but these guys beat him at the top level.